Now, before we get to our next guest, well, let's face it, all politicians lie. Democrats, Republicans, independents. It's an occupational hazard. But seriously, does anyone lie as blatantly as Joe Biden? Have a listen to this whopper he told This Week.
I can remember exactly where my epiphany was.
Okay.
I hadn't thought much about it, to tell you the truth. And I was a senior in high school, and my dad was dropping me off. And I remember about to get out of the car, and I looked to my right, and two well-dressed men in suits kissed each other. I mean, they gave each other a kiss. And then one looked like he was heading to the DuPont building, and one looked like he headed to the Hercules Corporation building. And I'll never forget, I turned and looked at my dad. He said, "Joey, it's simple. They love each other. It's simple." No, I'm not joking.
All right, you know what? I'm just going to call BS on this right here. Joe Biden, let's think about this, said that when he was a senior in high school, so like we're talking 1959, 1960, in that hip happening town that was Wilmington, Delaware, a couple of gay guys gave each other a goodbye kiss before heading off to their respective offices in the morning, right outside in public. Yeah, look, nah. I'm not saying it's right, and I'm not saying we don't live in a more enlightened time, but I tell you what, I grew up in New York City in the 1970s and 1980s, and sorry, no, even that sort of PDA between a same-sex couple in midtown Manhattan would have been uncommon. Anyway, it wasn't much of an epiphany for Joe Biden because really, until he became Barack Obama's vice president, he was in fact nowhere near as tolerant about gay people as that story would suggest. Instead, he voted against all sorts of gay rights measures. In 1973, he told an interviewer that gay people were national security risks. Yeah. In the 1990s, he voted for Don't Ask, Don't Tell, the Defense of Marriage Act, and also to cut off funding from high schools that taught tolerance. And here was Joe Biden in 2006.
We already have a law, the Defense of Marriage Act, where we've all voted, not where I voted and others said, look, marriage is between a man and a woman, and states must respect that. Nobody's violated that law. There's been no challenge to that law. Why do we need a constitutional amendment? Marriage is between a man and a woman. What's the game going on here?
Hey, love is love, right?